No saying anything for now. Please, sorry, sir.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Olodo Uprising that we even have right now.
Olodo Uprising?
Yeah, bro. It's terrible. I promise you. It's like we are trying so much to accommodate unintelligent people and ignorant people because we don't want them to feel bad and all these things. So now they're now like the majority. There's a massive attack on the educational system in Nigeria, bro. Aside from like the kidnapping and the Boko Haram, which is like, bro, those guys are literally going at that nerve center. Other factors, leadership not prioritizing things that are important, the society not celebrating academic excellence. People don't even want to go to school anymore. Like, it's just like, why?
It's Yahoo culture.
It's not even just Yahoo culture. Now we have Pella culture. So if we keep rewarding all these guys, like, people see that you just have to just do dumb, crazy shit, just go online, maybe do some obscene, whatever, and you get clicks, you get numbers, like that's what moves the needle in Nigeria. Then what are you telling the rest of the impressionable young people out there? No shade to Pella. I have nothing against Dude personally. Like, bro, get your coins by any means. But, at the end of the day, that thing is only going to be sustainable for a period of time.
Everything he said is on point. But the thing is that Pella is not the cause. Pella is a symptom. He's also a victim of the Olodo institutions in Nigeria.
Olodo, the word does that mean?
In a specific area. You can Olodo in a specific area.
Okay. Olodo doesn't even take class. They are literate and still not smart. Someone that's smart. Okay, what's the difference between Olodo and layman?
A layman, he is not opportune to the kind of knowledge that Olodo has. And Olodo has a particular knowledge at his disposal, but does not know how to use it and cannot use it. But a layman does not have... The difference between a layman and Olodo is the knowledge, the availability of the knowledge.
Okay.
Average Nigerians are Olodo.
What perspective is it from?
Because I don't know the analysis you did. I don't know how you came to that conclusion. But before somebody comes to say online that average Nigerians are Olodos, what's his analysis? Where did he get the result from? Because you cannot judge average Nigerians with just one person, who is the Pella. From what he has said so far, he has mentioned Pella. That even judging Pella as Olodo is also questionable, because why does he refer Pella as Olodo? Because from what you've said, that you said Olodo is someone who has been taught, but the person has not been able to make use of whatever information has been given. And the question is, how does he know that Pella falls in that category?
I don't know that I have no problem with what I see. But later, we are expressing Olodo Uprising. These are the same people that are accepted and insulted and called YC all sorts of names.
The words Uchi started by saying, he said Pella is also a victim. YC actually used him as a general example to buttress a point. Then Solomon said Pella is also a victim of a system.
Okay, so my concern is when he said average Nigerians. I understand that, okay, maybe Pella didn't handle the situation very well as maybe from the professional angle.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for me, just like what you said, that Olodo means someone that has been taught, but the person cannot make use of that information correctly. So the question is, aside this issue that happened, has he been able to demonstrate that he has been taught something that he's not been able to implement those information? I don't think so. Then the issue of average Nigerians, my question is, what survey has he done? Okay. Why would he use Pella as a benchmark? A case study to generalize Nigerians, to say average Nigerians? That I'm finding it difficult to accept. And then thirdly, I want to mention something. We should understand that, see, I think most times, most people tend to judge this intelligence by educational aspect.
Yes, that's right.
Forgetting that there are people
Other
that
forms of
don't have there are forms
intelligence,
of education
yeah.
too. There are people that they are not academically
Intelligent, they are skillfully
but they are
intelligent.
skillfully intelligent as well. So I think that is also an area
Another
we should
also
also
look
look into.
Yeah.
I'd like to address your point. The truth is that it's not everybody that have access to information. Like a child that is selling pure water or gala on the, seriously speaking, because we have access to laptop, you know what is Control S is save, you know that this is this, does not mean that everybody have an access. So example is that let's say a child, a 10-year-old child selling gala, later decide to go to school. The person may struggle to an extent in order to fit into this 21st century, into this 21st century standard. Are you trying to explain to the person, oh, you know, this time we are in the 21st century, you need to do this. Now, the person will need to take a long period of time, be able to understand the systems that is going on now. So you can't just tame that child because he's a 10-year-old child selling on the streets and Olodo. It's because he has not had that access to information,
education.
So also, you say this. I don't follow Pella on TikTok. I'm not even on TikTok, but there are people that follow him. But you understand that Nigerians like things that make them happy. Whatever that gives me. Okay, imagine I've gone to work for money till night. I get home. I'm not talking about him because I follow other people.
Yeah.
At least when I come online, I see those their skits. I laugh. In fact, I forgot that somebody has annoyed me for that day. So what I'm trying to say is that in as much as we want the academic and all of that to
intelligence,
yes, but those people are still trying to make us happy too.
So looking at the system in which we find ourselves in Nigeria, we tend to celebrate something that is wrong and neglect something that is right. So you can't see in most of your higher institutions, maybe they want to celebrate their best graduate students, they just give them a token of 10,000 naira. And you see someone that go for BBN Nigeria collecting 45 million. So this is the mentality that most people are having towards education. Now to look at tagging average Nigeria Olodos. So that's where I'm having issue with, because you can't use just few individuals to now categorize a whole 200 million population. So, which is something that is a form of hasty generalizations. So I feel that is a form of stereotype. Just try to look at, okay, this is the way people view about it. But in the sense, looking at the sense normally, look at Pella that Olodo. For him to just create that particular content, he used his initiative and used intelligence. So he's not really an Olodo. So, you know, the way you are putting the Olodo, is where you now look at, okay, someone that is that, maybe I gave you information, okay, do this, you cannot think about it. So that person is a complete dullard. And there are sometimes probably, you might be in the layman's side that you don't know. So, looking at it, trying to generalize everywhere as Olodo is not something that is right. Thank you.
I'm just saying before Odo says something, I will make some sentence, you guys will complete it for me. When you hear the word, where Igbo man is seated, business is what? So how do we come to that conclusion? Stereotype. Okay, when you hear of the Yorubas, what do you think about? They say generally a typical Yoruba man, they likes what?
Yes, education.
They likes pepper, they likes party. Then let's look forward. So how do we come to those generalizations? So when you see a typical somebody from the north, and you say, okay, someone from the north, what do we know about them? They are what?
Complexion.
They are what?
They are dark in complexion.
They are dark in complexion. Which one? I want a generalization. Do you understand? So they are general saying. If you go abroad, they talk about Nigeria, what do you think about us? Nigerians, we are what? Nigerians are what? So how do we come to this conclusion in generalization? We'll come to that. Okay, otherwise let's say
I just want to add that in the video, it was differentiated. Pella has monetized what it has. They said it in the video that the difference between Pella and this average Nigerian Olodo is that Pella has monetized.
Is Olodo?
Is he Olodo? But still,
he has monetized
it. He's making his money. See, whether we like it or not, this content that was played to us it has given Pella a large number of reach.
Yes.
A lot of people does not know Pella. From this video we know him.
Yes.
So whether you like him or whether you are calling him Olodo, he's making his money.
Yes.
So that is that about that. Now when coming back to the Olodo aspect, see, we had a webinar for a professional exam I'm about to take.
Yeah.
They organized the webinar for the exam. Now, know that the people that are registering for this exam are already professionals. You know, you've already had a level of education before you say you want to apply for CIPM exam. Before they will even approve your admission, you've already go through several screenings. Okay, we already have this webinar, we are in this webinar. People that are working, they're already working class, they have a lab professional.
Who has practiced
You will see
for a long
stupid
time.
questions that they'll be asking.
Yes.
How do I log in? Even the people that are taking this webinar, I used to say, I was telling Aisha that day that, see, this man that is taking this webinar is very patient. Because the kind of stupid questions
that
these people will ask,
yes.
Can I log in 9 o'clock? It is already stated in your timetable when you are supposed to log in, when you are supposed to log out. You will now come to the webinar, start asking stupid and nonsense questions. Exactly. Even on the exam date, you already see that you are logging in. The portal is not loading. Your sense is supposed to tell you that yes, I'm supposed to calm down. Maybe okay, everybody has to start this exam by 9 o'clock. You already know that there's a kind of crowd on the portal, so it's going to slow it down. If you come and see comments, oh, they will return my money. So I think that is part of what they are referring to. These people have access to knowledge, they have access to education, but they can't take a minute to think before they ask questions, to process the information they've been given before asking. So that's the difference.
A question.
Okay, are you asking me
about Solomon? In general, the word Olodo before the arrival of education, do you know it's actually in existence in Yoruba land?
Okay.
So what I want to say is the word Olodo does not actually mean if you are not educationally inclined, you are an Olodo. You might be an Olodo in a particular area. For instance, this guy that said Pella that has 3 million followers.
YC now?
No,
Solomon.
Pella that has 3 million followers.
Yeah,
basically, the 3 million followers to Olodos. Well, I will say that even that guy is an Olodo
in that aspect
because he's being ignorant.
Okay.
Do you know that if you can laugh more often, you tend to increase your lifespan.
Yes.
You know, so I'm bringing it back now to
medical.
So you tend to increase your lifespan. So now another thing is if that particular content can be helpful, health-wise, why do you feel that information is not helpful and you are calling that kind of person an Olodo? And the word Olodo, is it because he's not educationally inclined, or if somebody like Pella can be that creative in that particular aspect and is making millions, aside from making millions, have you seen the strategies he pulls
together to make those things work?
Yeah.
He has a team now.
And do you know that some other companies are now trying to even buy his strategy? Do you understand? So I'm saying that guy is not an Olodo. He might not be educationally inclined. He's not, and the word Olodo to me is not actually being generous. He might be ignorant in
this particular aspect.
For me, I think that title, the title to that content is a very ambiguous title. Olodo Uprising. It's for me, it tries to portray the decadence we have in the educational sector in the system, whereby the difference between Olodo, the learned and the unlearned, or the exposed, I still said earlier, is the exposure to education, to the knowledge. You can give an example of a street kid who does not have knowledge to education, who has never been to school, but this child is smart. This child knows how to navigate through life. You won't call that child an Olodo. He's just not fortunate to be exposed to knowledge. For me, the main Olodo is the person that passed through the 4 walls of a university, a primary school, a secondary school, and cannot use the knowledge at his or her disposal. I remember those days when I was working in the bank as a teller, and something caught my attention. A colleague of mine, she came to collect money. She's a marketer. And she said, I told her, fill your teller. She said, no, that she doesn't fill her teller. That is the teller that fills the teller for her to get cash. I said, no, that I can't fill the teller for you because you are the one collecting the money. You will fill the teller. We went back and forth on it, and she reported me to my HOP. And my HOP said, no, now, each of us cannot fill the teller for you. It's you that will fill the teller. In the long run, do you know what we found out? A graduate of Madonna University cannot fill a simple teller. And she cannot open up to you to teach. And she could not open up to me, and she was being like, do you understand? For me, that is an Olodo. Do you get me? That is an Olodo. We have had parents who take their children to go and write common entrance, and they are paying for expo for a child in primary school. What are you bringing up? Olodo. The word Olodo Uprising is just a thing that shows the decadence in the society. And you see it that, okay, somebody is watching Big Brother, a graduate. Why will I wake up in the morning, tune my TV, and I'm watching somebody like me, betting, eating, inside the house?
Doing trash.
And the truth still remains that is when, one thing we have not known in this country is that it is during the Big Brother, that is when our senators pass bills that are detrimental to we citizens. Yes, check it. Go and do your statistics. During Big Brother, 3 months, that is when they pass bills that even me and you, when they open your eyes to it, when you do the statistics, you'll be like, wow. Because the time that you were supposed to use to kick against this as citizens, half of us are already watching Big Brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are watching Big Brother. Now, you want to create content. Pala is creating his content. I don't have a problem with that because as far as I'm concerned, since those content, the rate of suicide has even reduced. You've not heard people commit suicide. They're not like doing good because when they open social media, they laugh, they forget their sorrow. That's his own part of it. But the problem still remains. Why will somebody like me that is sane, do you understand, now click subscribe to Bella? Why? Just like MD said, what is his content? What importance is his content to me? So why would somebody like me now subscribe to Bella's channel? Of what use? Now, Buchi said something about AI. The truth still remains, whether we like it or not, AI in the next 2 years, some of us cannot sit down and write a composition. Some of us will not be able to sit down and write a composition. Because you give somebody an assignment, the person just throw it to AI. You were meant to put your little knowledge of what you have to that AI, then the AI will now develop it for you. But some of us don't even put the little knowledge. You will just hear, I want to write this. And that is why he said at the end of that video that AI will do more harm than good in the next few years. And that's just the truth. You see people CV, they'll just send you CVs and you'll be like, what is this? So, whether we like it or not, the Olodo Uprising for me is a topic that is meant for every citizen of this country to sit down and think. It shows the moral decadence in the sector, in the educational sector in this country. You see jam cut off 150. And an intending student will score 120 and tell you, I try now. Do you understand? Those are the decadence. This is already a child who entered primary school through Expo. Secondary school, the mother paid through special center. What are we going to produce in the university? He will always maneuver his way in the university to graduate, but cannot defend that degree. That's just my own contribution.
I just want to add about their analysis is that if you check Pella is over 15 million followers on TikTok. Then we check this Solomon Buchi now, it's like 72K. Yes, so I think that's the analysis, and if you see Pella too, is also using intelligence because people that are managing his own social media, they are professionals. And also he has already studied Nigeria, that Nigeria likes joke. People are depressed, they just want to add. Even sometimes you will see Pella online doing games. So he do giveaways a lot, 500K, a million sometimes. So he helps, even sometimes you can just say, I'm going to pick a cup inside. So he do giveaway. Some people will gift him. So himself is adding this. So the issue there is the system.
we have a system problem. Like Andy said, there are things that happens here in Nigeria that will not sell anywhere in the world. I'll use UAE. Yeah, there are things that I'll use UAE for instance. The government monitors the kind of content you put.
Not just UAE.
You can't come and post what is not of a benefit to nation. But why also that happens? Because the government themselves has also played their part in making sure that citizens are okay, structures are in place, everything. So you now be looking at, okay, where can I strive more? Do I want to do this? You have options. But Nigeria is like a prodigal father who has not taken care of his or her child. So the child goes out as a prodigal child looking. So what we're doing, we're all looking for survival. We're on survival mode. So how I survive is none of your business. At the end of it, I make money. Do I have the money? And we now value money more than any other thing. That's why you go here, they go talk for parents, say, now senior brother will not get money. Now they pick bottle for family meeting. There is a popular saying. So that's why we will hear also, listen to this one. They will say a whole city, I think that thing is in the Bible, a whole city would have been saved. But because the man who was giving the information was not having money, they did not listen to him. So it tells you everything about our society is now boiled down to money. You have the money, you control the people. The politicians have the money, they control us. You come with the nonsense content, the algorithm push it, you have the money, you have the follower. Like he said, if you are doing giveaway, just do 1 million giveaway in the next 6 months. Make inside your social media. If you like saying that nonsense, you do sell it to work.
Olympiad, whose final are happening in Shanghai, China this July. It is one of the most prestigious academic competitions in the world. Nigeria can now only participate as an observer nation, while other countries can participate fully. This is because of the Ministry of Education's inability to fund students for 4 consecutive years through the national mathematical sector. It's a good shape for Nigeria.
Thank you, ma. Andy.
So that's part of the subject.
Okay.
Thank you. I think we all agree that there is systemic failing, which I honestly believe to. I also believe that beyond systemic, I think we active leader also have the responsibility to do it. Our prayers are gone enough, and I think it's also for us to take responsibility for our own turn of May and our awareness. Whether we like it or not, we have to take responsibility for our own action as well. Is it true that it's uprising? For me personally, I think it's true. I think we're having a lot of Olodo Uprising. And that is why sometimes, I remember some weeks ago, I did say that I'm going to feed a ticker in my office. Before you come to me for any question, ask yourself, have you checked Google first? You understand? And the reason why we also raise those things, because whether we like it or not, there are some things, I won't call it Olodo, but we also have some different type of uprising that we even experience even in our own immediate environment, where people don't want to exercise their brain, they don't really want to do a bit of research before they come to you. You see the people that will come to you and ask you questions that they can easily get on Google. But because you don't really want to exercise, you just want to, you go to their managers. Imagine somebody coming to someone like coming to IT to ask IT at least, how do I switch off my laptop? You don't need to answer. One of the best things that you can easily get on the internet that is ability to work. But do we go collect those skills? No. Somebody will come to me and they come to the LD's office and say, NDP, do you know the office of NNPC? And how do I know? Do you know their office or their email address? Google it. Check Google for something. Am I working at NNPC? If you go on Google, you can find those answers online. So why are we having those kind of issues? It's because people don't. You got it to the point that people don't want to exercise that way. They just want to get information. And the lesson from the video we've seen today, this guy said, "Oh, Nigerians are lazy," and they said, "Oh, Nigerians are not stupid." And he said, "Okay, there's this training offered by Harvard. You can go online and check you get the pen of the cup." And people were asking, "Where do I find the link?" And he share us the For God's sake, go to Harvard website, check you have the name of the training, you can go and check and download it. So for me, I think even as individuals, as a lot of us that are seated here, you need to ask yourself, what are you doing not to be part of the Olodo Uprising? Are you challenging yourself as well? Are you taking time to think through issues before you brought your baby to your colleague or to your manager? Have you done your little best to make sure that, oh, I've think through this situation, I've tried my possible best to solve it, and I cannot solve it before I even ask for people's support? Not for every situation, I'm looking for the best way out. So I just want to say that the exercise of bringing this up today is intentional. It's not just for constructions to get depressive, but also challenge us to be a critical thinker. Take your time to do a research. Challenge issues, think through issues, try to solve them before you even be taking forward for solution. Yet, I know we cannot solve every problem. I know sometimes the state talented that needs support, but we'll work on before you call for support, make sure you don't call that it will be applicable to solve the problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.